Hi, Tyler at Interfidelity here. Today we're going to talk about a couple of terrific headphones, the Focal Spirit Professional and the Focal Spirit Classic. These are both full-size sealed headphones from Focal. The Focal Spirit Professional is $349. The Focal Spirit Classic is $399. Both these headphones have some similar characteristics. They fold up like this, and they can be put into a small plastic or small drawstring bag that comes with the headphones. They both have adjustments from the ear out from the headband like this, and ear pads and ear cups swivel. The swivel mechanism is a little bit stiff, and so when you put these headphones on and adjust them to your head, I suggest you really kind of carefully make the adjustments around your ear so the pressure around your ear is even all the way around. If it's slightly off, it may not come directly back to the perfect place because the hinge mechanisms are a little stiff with friction, and so it's good to manually adjust them a little bit for comfort. Also, in terms of comfort, the ear pad holes are a little bit small. They're only 3 millimeters wider than the Sennheiser Momentum and the same height, so if you have large ears, you might find that they don't really quite fit into the ear cups of these headphones. My ears are slightly smaller than an average male ear, and I didn't have too much problem with them fitting. But if you have large ears, I would suggest that you go find a place that you can try these on. Also, the caliper pressure, the amount of pressure inward that the headphones exert on your ears, is a little bit high for a pair of headphones. You can stretch the headband out like this. I would advise not going really any farther than this, but you can stretch them out like this, hold it for a little bit, and then bring it back in and do that 5 or 6 times, and you'll get a little bit of relief from that pressure. And I also found that over the course of a couple of weeks of wearing these headphones, the ear pads did change their shape a little bit and did become a little bit more comfortable on my ears. So the comfort out of the box does improve a little bit over time. The headphones do have some differences. The finish, obviously, is the first difference. The Focal Spirit Professional is designed for studio use, has a really nice painted finish and a apparently very durable finish. This is kind of a spackle finish on here where the bumps are glossy and the paint behind is more matte. I found that a handsome look, good-looking headphone, and appeared to be durable enough for the pro environment. The Spirit Classic headphone is a nice bronzish color scheme. The headband is completely covered with it appears to be a protein leather covering. And both headphones were, in terms of the headband padding, certainly adequate and comfortable enough. Due to the tight fit, or the close fit, I should say, on your head, they didn't rely fully on the headband to carry all the weight as they hugged your head, and therefore I really didn't have any problem with headband pressure at all. Both headphones come with 2 cables. One cable is a 50-inch long cable for mobile telephone use. This has got a 1-button Android remote on it, and the end that goes into the headphones is very narrow in diameter, and the body of the connector does go into the housing here. So you can buy aftermarket cables for it because there's no special locking features on this, but the body of the connector does have to be thin enough to go into the cable housing. I think 0.235 inches was the number that I got, but it's in the article so you can be sure. The plug end of the mobile cable I found to be a little too big. This end of this cable really, Focal should just probably use this connector or a connector like it with the mic ring on there, but this is a little bit too fat. It did manage to get in through the protective cases of my iPad and phones, but just barely. I'm sure that some people might find that they're going to get some interference with this connector on the case, the protective case of your phone or device. So I wish that was a little bit thinner. The other cables that come with the headphones, the Spirit Classic comes with a 4-meter long straight cable with a similar connector on the end as the mobile cable. Both the mobile cable and this cable accept the screw-on adapter like this. And then the Pro cable is a 4-meter long coiled cable. I think both of these cables are perfectly appropriate for their intended applications in a pro environment. You're not going to have the cable underfoot as you move around the studio, and in the home environment you're not going to have the drag of a coiled cable as you sit and relax, although you're going to have to be careful not to roll over the cable with your chair, and this cable does appear to be quite thick and durable, so even rolling over it with a chair a few times is probably going to be just fine. I'll mention the box. These do come with a nice cardboard box that has foam cutouts so that you can store your headphones for longer periods of time. So I thought this was a pretty nice box, and I'd feature it here. In terms of sound quality, wow, both these headphones are terrific. We'll start with the Spirit Pro, the Spirit Professional. I thought this was one of the most neutral headphones I've ever heard. I think it's going to work very, very well indeed for recording professionals. I would think that it take a little while to get used to a headphone. Any headphone, it takes a little while to get used to, but I think you'll very rapidly adapt to this headphone and be able to EQ mixes on it without any trouble whatsoever. It has a very full, rich sound. It has a response curve that is very close to the new Harman Sean Olive, the Olive Welty target curve. I found it just extraordinarily neutral. They are a little forward sounding in the 800 to 3K hertz region, just a touch, which makes them a very, both these headphones are very, very dynamic sounding, very punchy sounding headphones. So this is a headphone that you're not going to inadvertently pump up or make more exciting your mix than what's necessary, because you're going to get a lot of, or just the right amount of excitement and dynamics and out of these headphones. So I would say that they're an excellent headphone for recording engineers, really among the best I've heard in terms of their tonal neutrality. Really outstanding in that way. The Spirit Classic is a bit more relaxed sounding. The response curve in that 800 to 3K region is 2 or 3 dB down relative to the Spirit Pro, which actually makes it a little bit more linear in some ways, and this is a very, very sort of coherent headphone. You hear the music as a whole and not broken into bits by an uneven response, and they're a little bit more relaxed sounding than the Spirit Pros. I wouldn't go so far as to say they're veiled, but it's in that direction. Just a little laid back sounding relative to the Spirit Pros. Both headphones, again, very, very dynamic and punchy sounding. I did feel that the NAD Viso HP50 had slightly better treble resolution than these headphones, but I also felt it was just not quite as neutral as these headphones. So really an excellent choice for pros using the Spirit Professional. I'll also mention for pros that I do think the Sennheiser HD800 has substantially more high frequency resolution and more sort of an audio microscope ability than these headphones do. These headphones have good resolution, but it just doesn't get you that last bit of air and speed that an open headphone can. So the HD800 is a better headphone in terms of being able to hear any oddities, tweets, and chirps in your mix. However, I do think that the Spirit Professional is a more neutral headphone than the HD800 and will serve you better in terms of EQing a mix. Also because they're sealed, they'll work great for musicians out in the studio. You're not going to hear, isolation is very good, and very little bleed of sound out of the headphones, so you're not going to hear the click track or anything over the open mics. So very, very good all-around headphone. So there you have it, the Focal Spirit Professional and the Focal Spirit Classic, both excellent headphones, both going up on the wall of fame. This as really an outstanding headphone for pro use, and this as a great sealed headphone for home and office. I hope you get a chance to hear one of them soon, because they really are fabulous headphones. Okay, we'll see you next time.